Today's meditation will be about exploring our discomfort. But before we get started, let's really take some time to focus on our physical posture. So you can choose to either come to a comfortable seated position, or you could lie on your back. We want to make sure that we keep the spine straight. Our chakras align our spine. Now, chakras are energy centers in the subtle body. And that's why we keep the spine straight when we come to meditation. So if you feel that you really can't get very comfortable in a seated position, you can feel free to lie on your back. If you choose a seated position, you could sit in a chair if you like. Or you could sit on a pillow, a cushion. Maybe you feel comfortable just sitting on the ground. You could even sit in your bed, sit on the couch. Remember, what's important here is that we are keeping the spine nice and long. So as you begin to find some stillness, you can bring your awareness to your hands. If you're in a seated position, you can choose to either rest the palms of your hands down, perhaps on your legs. So palms down is a grounding position. It can be helpful if we tend to feel anxious, worried, stressed out. Or you could choose to rest your hands down, but allow the palms of the hands to be facing up. Palms facing up is a receiving position. And that can be helpful if you're feeling lethargic, depressed, if you need to tap in to a little more energy. So you can see what works best for you. You can try the palms resting down and see how that feels. And you can flip the palms and see what it feels like with your palms facing up. And then it's just whichever positioning of the hands you prefer. And the same thing if you're lying down. Maybe the palms of the hands are down. Maybe the palms are up. And then regarding our gaze, our drishti, see if you prefer to close your eyes or if you prefer to gaze at one spot. So maybe you allow the eyes to gently close and you see how that feels. Or perhaps you would prefer just gazing softly down, or gazing right out in front of you. Whatever helps you feel the most comfortable. And then see if you can soften your jaw, relaxing the tongue, softening the lips, Maybe swallow if you feel any tension in the mouth, the jaw. And then soften the tops of the shoulders down, relaxing the shoulders. And now we just start noticing where we're feeling discomfort. So maybe that is a physical discomfort in the body. For me, when I come to stillness and I come to my seated meditation, pretty much right away, I notice that tightness in my chest. And that's where a lot of my discomfort is. And of course, that's symptomatic to anxiety, stress that can get trapped in the body. What are you noticing? Can you try to scan your body from the top of the head all the way down the back of the neck, down the shoulders, and just notice where your discomfort is physically, if you have any physical discomfort in your body. Sometimes it can be helpful to start by just noticing the face. We can carry a lot of tension in the face. So notice if there's a furrowing of the eyebrows. Maybe you're tensing up your forehead. Another one I do is really clenching my tongue, tensing up my tongue. So where can you soften in your face? Are you pursing the lips, clenching the jaw? And as you invite those areas to soften, see if you can just be curious about the other parts of your body where you may be feeling discomfort. Some common areas can be the shoulders. Are you noticing any discomfort in the shoulders? Can you soften the tops of the shoulders down? Bringing your awareness to your own chest, your sternum right there in between the breastbone. Do you feel any of that tightness there in your chest? And let's just take a slow, deep breath in, inhaling. Breath rising all the way up to the chest, and then just exhale slowly, allowing the breath to help you release and let go. Maybe you still feel that tension in your chest. So I almost always do in meditation. I still feel that tightness in my chest. So when we come to meditation, it doesn't mean that we have to feel any certain way. It doesn't mean that we are in this state of bliss or nirvana or samadhi. It means that we have a willingness to just be with our discomfort. and we notice the discomfort in the body without judging it as bad. So when I'm sitting in meditation, I will notice, yes, that tightness in my chest that I'm feeling. But then I just continue sitting. So as you scan your own body, can you be genuinely curious about physical discomfort? Other areas where you may notice it could be the belly. Maybe there's a rumbling in the stomach. Maybe the hips feel tight. Maybe you're clenching your seat, clenching the buttocks. Just soften. Soften where you can. And realize that the discomfort you may be feeling is not bad or wrong. It doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong at all. And when we can cultivate this friendliness, this compassion towards ourselves as we meditate, everything begins to shift. So yes, maybe we're feeling discomfort somewhere, but that's okay. That doesn't mean we're doing anything wrong. That just means that we are human and we are living in this human body that has discomfort right now. That's all that means. There are other types of discomfort too, so not just physical. Another thing that I notice in my seated meditation in terms of discomfort is that I just want to move already. I just want to get up and hurry up and move. So some people may be really comfortable in their stillness, and maybe you can sit for a long time without feeling discomfort. And some people, like me, are really uncomfortable in stillness. And I often, maybe always, when I come to meditation, I have this feeling of just wanting to move. Do you have that feeling? If you do, you can just acknowledge that that feeling is there. And then you can meet that feeling with this sense of friendliness, with this sense of compassion towards yourself. Because, oh my goodness, you're not doing anything wrong. You're not meditating wrong. You're not failing. You're just feeling an inclination to move. And if you feel that you absolutely must move, can you be really mindful? Can you do that with intention? And then can you just come right back to your stillness? And maybe your discomfort is emotional. Can you notice that? Are there feelings of fear, anxiety, stress, panic? Are there feelings of grief, deep sadness, loss, depression? And oftentimes this is where that judge wants to come in, where you decide that the feeling is bad. Can you just remind yourself, again with friendliness and with compassion, that your feelings aren't bad, they're just feelings that you're having right now in this moment. And feelings pass. They change. There is an ebb and flow. So trusting that just because you feel a certain way right now doesn't mean that you'll feel this way in another minute or another hour or tomorrow or next year, because feelings pass and life is always moving and changing and we are evolving. And could you maybe remind yourself that it's all progress? It really is. It's all progress. And our healing is not linear. And that's okay. And whatever you're feeling right now in this moment is okay. Because you have had the willingness to surrender. And the more we practice these concepts in meditation, being with our discomfort, the more we are able to access this valuable concept and tool in our lives, being with our discomfort, rather than looking for ways to escape it or to numb out from it. Instead, we just trust that feelings pass. And we learn to trust ourselves more. Begin to bring your awareness now to any sounds you might be noticing. Sounds inside the room where you are, sounds outside. And bring your awareness to your own breath. Just noticing your inhale. Noticing your own exhale. And if the eyes are closed, go ahead and just slowly blink the eyes open. Coming back into the room, back into this space and time. Find any little movements with your body that feel natural. You may feel like taking an energetic stretch, reaching through the arms or the legs. You might like to take a deep breath in, a slow exhale, and just remind yourself that you're doing it. You are healing. You are evolving. You are doing just fine. And it's all progress.